Hey folks, Templar here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to make a prediction on E3. Who's going to be there and who's not going to be there. Now I know what you're thinking. Templar, E3 is 3 months away. Why are we doing this now? Well, the thing is though guys, this is the time of year now where we're going to hear a lot of rumors, a lot of conjectures, a lot of speculation. So I figured this is the best time to do this. Now, to start with, I'm going to, divide this into two categories. One is console exclusive, potentials at E3, and also certain studios we need to look at. But before we begin with that, let's get the biggest elephants out of the damn room. Activision EA, it's going to be the same old tripe, COD, Battlefront, sports games. Yeah, I know the drill with these two, so nothing new. Plus, Assassin's Creed. And I know a lot of you say, well, what about Anthem or Dragon Age? Let's be brutal here, guys. I have no faith in either of them anymore. After EA's horrendous bullshit tactics, what they've done with Mass Effect and, their sports games, the loot boxes, and Star Wars, I just say, screw it. Unless they say that Anthem and Dragon Age are going to have no, microtransaction, pardon my language. And yeah, I have got no faith in EA in this. So yeah, I'm not going to even entertain this. So let's get started with the console exclusives. Who do I believe is going to be in or out, who might show up? Well, let's start off with Microsoft and Xbox. Well, let's see. Microsoft Xbox? Pretty much their success in E3 will all depend on one game, Sea of Thieves. Now, if Sea of Thieves does not do well when it gets released, then that means I feel Crackdown and Forza might suffer because of this. So yeah, I got a feeling they're relying heavily on Sea of Thieves to do well, so that their other two games will do well as well. But I also predict a surprise, entry. Now I believe we could see Halo 6 because of the simple fact that, after, EA's horrendous, botching of, Star Wars, I feel this could be their chance to, sneak into the, first-person shooter genre and probably take it by storm. Whether or not they will or not is another matter. But then again, Halo 5 did not do that well, to be honest, so I could not see Halo 6, but they might go for it, or we might see a new Killer Instinct, because to be honest guys, Killer Instinct has been out for such a long time, it hasn't had any updates for a long time either, so I feel like this is the perfect chance now to bring back Killer Instinct, considering, Dragon Ball Z Fighters is, bringing the fighting game genre up a notch as well as Injustice, so yeah, we could see a Killer Instinct or Halo, so that's pretty much Microsoft, and they are banking on Sea of Thieves to, to get them through. Next is Sony. Now, Sony, in my view, guys, they're not going to do much. They're going to be the least busiest because they've got, The Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, and that's pretty much it for them. They might have a couple surprises in the works, but as far as, their own exclusivity games go, I think that's it from them. I think they're going to have a peaceful, quiet E3. They're not going to do much. They might pull something off to try and, get people's attention, but I don't see them doing much to begin with. And finally, Nintendo. Now, Nintendo, I believe, is going to be the most busiest of the three, and here's why. Because Nintendo has got many games on their roster we might be seeing. First, we could see a Smash game. Yes, Smash Brothers could be making a return with a new iteration for the Switch. Mario Kart 9 possibly, but whether or not they'll do that is unclear. I know people say, well, we've got 8 Deluxe. Yeah, but we don't have a proper variation for the Switch, which I believe they do need number 9 to fit that role. I also believe there'll be a new Mario Party 11, which is possible because, we haven't had a new Mario Party game in quite some time. Also, I believe Metroid 4 will make an appearance, as well as a new Pokemon game. Now, before anyone screams, Pokemon? Are we going to get a new Pokemon variant? No. I believe it's going to be the Switch versions of Pokemon, similar to like Ultra Sun and Moon, but, for the Switch, which I believe that could be the case. Whether or not it will, allow you to transcend, your cartridges over, we'll have to wait and see. And that's pretty much for the console exclusive, guys. Now for the studios. There are only 3 studios, in my view, we are going to have to look at. Only 3. Starting with the first one, and this should be no surprise, NRS or NetherRealm Studios to you and me. Now, the reason for NetherRealm Studios is because I can only see them doing one or two things. One is finally announcing that Mortal Kombat 11 is going to happen, or 2, this is a long shot, but they could announce a Fighter Pack 4 for Injustice 2. Now, I don't see that one happening because, let's be honest guys, I think Injustice 2 has, ran its course, it's time to move on. So yeah, I kind of could see that, but if we don't hear anything from NetherRealm at E3, I got a feeling we'll probably hear them at EVO. For those who don't know what EVO is, that is the, the premier fighting game tournament, so where they might, make an announcement there. So whether or not they'll be at E3 is still speculation, but if they are, then that means it's either going to be something to do with Injustice or Mortal Kombat. And next on the hit list is Capcom. Now it's been a while for Capcom to be in the big spotlight. Ever since, you know, the absolute disasters of, you know, Street Fighter V and Marvel vs. Capcom, they've had a bit of a, you know, few punches to the face. But thanks to Resident Evil 7 and Monster Hunter World, which is now a global phenomenon, moved from the niche market to now the mainstream, I could see them, you know, giving a good bold try at some new games. Now, first things first, let's start with Monster Hunter. I believe they might make an announcement saying we're going to put new monsters and DLC in. That should be self-explanatory. But also, I believe we could see a Darkstalkers remake. Now, whether or not they'll do this is up in the air because, you know, since, you know, Street Fighter has not done that well until, you know, recently when they brought out all the old classic characters, and as well as, you know, the Marvel vs. Capcom debacle, I think bringing Darkstalkers back on its own might be a good thing because it might show some faith, or they might redo Power Stone. Yeah, I know that's a hell of a long shot, but hey, never say never in the video game industry. But we gotta give one game that we gotta talk about, and that's Remake 2 for Resident Evil. Will it be making an appearance at E3? Now, I have a theory on this. Now, hear me out. I believe it could be at E3, it's a possibility, but I believe we might not see Resident Evil 2 Remake's trailer if they are gonna make a trailer to Tokyo Game Show. I can't remember if it's in September or October, but if they go the Resident Evil route where I think they're gonna go, where, you know, like say, oh, September 18th, that's where it kicks off. Because if many of you remember the Resident Evil 2 story, it was September 18th when the whole raccoon incident started. So could they be saving for Tokyo Game Show? I'm not 100% sure, but I know a lot of people say, you know, if it doesn't show at E3, that's it, they've had enough. But I'm willing to hold fast until Tokyo Game Show. But if it doesn't show at E3, I predict it could be Tokyo Game Show. So let us wait and see how that goes. And now, I believe the biggest one of the bunch, Bethesda. Now, the reason I'm saying Bethesda is quite simple. They've had a very quiet couple of years, ever since, you know, Doom and, you know, Elder Skyrim came out and Fallout. They have been very little quiet as of late. So I believe this is now their time to show, you know, flex their muscles, to show EA and Activision what they could do. I mean, if they flex their muscles, oh boy, this is going to get interesting. Now, what games could they be releasing? Well, for starters, one game is got to be there. It's Doom. Doom from, well, how can I put it? Doom 2 or Doom 2.0? I don't know how you're going to pronounce it. But you know the Doom after 2016, because that game got massive acclaim, and now is the perfect time considering, like I said before, EA botched it up earlier. Now it's time for Doom to show what it can do and show, you know, the entire world this is how you play a shooting game. I was saying fighting game. They don't do fighting games. Well, I'm going nuts. But yeah, so this is a good time for Doom. Now, these two games are very outlandish, but there's a possibility because I've heard little snippy rumors. Whether or not it's true or not, we won't know. But one prediction I believe is that they could bring out a mega game, which I believe will be Fallout Online. Basically similar to Elder Scrolls Online, but I believe they could do a Fallout Online version, you know, for the masses. And would it be successful? Possibly. It's a Fallout universe, and they could do a lot with it. So it is possibility. I don't believe there'll be a new Fallout 5 yet, because Fallout 4 is still pretty fresh. I mean, it has been a couple of years, but I don't see it, you know, coming out. Now, for the other game, now this might get interesting to a lot of people, but I believe Elder Scrolls 6 is on the cards. Because to be honest, guys, we've had 5 for way too long. It's time now to move on. You cannot do for 5 any more than you already have. It's time to go to 6. Whether or not they'll pull the trigger is another matter entirely. However, another possibility could arise. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, not this, but hear me out. I believe a remaster collection could be in the pipework for Elder Scrolls 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, I know this is a long shot, a hell of a long shot, but imagine if they did do this. This is potentially hundreds of hours of play work, all DLCs, and a new updated graphics for all these games. Hell, I would buy it, and it would automatically get the win of the E3. I mean, you would hear the whole just thunderous if that happens. But whether or not they'll do it is another matter. So what we can only do is, you know, wait and see. And that is my predictions of E3, guys. What do you think? Do you think I am close to the mark, or do you think I'm, you know, a bit bullish and out of, you know, line? But yeah, give me your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think there'll be some of these games come to light, or do you think they might not happen? Anyway, folks, that's the video. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the dinner bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later.